India is a unique market, especially when I speak to global investors. They look at India with a slightly different lens. It's an emerging market. It's far away. After that, they have two faces which they see come every now and then. It's me and Gaurav who go. And so we get that an emerging market has challenges. It's different. It's dramatically different from Europe or even Asia, Singapore, where Hong Kong, where we see different kind of deals. What are some of the risks that are unique to India? How are you mitigating that? What are some of the challenges that you have seen which are probably very unique to India, you would say?
I think a lot of the positives about India, I think you spoke about, Samir, as well as Aniket articulated earlier.
Yeah.
We have many things going for us. Great macro, stable government, demographic dividends, a lot of things in our favor, and a lot of runway in terms of the GDP per capita, as Aniket said. I think we have, the risks point, we have learned some by mistakes we have made, and then there are some which we do as part of due course today. I think the one thing which we truly understood, and this is what Prateek spoke about earlier about our first phase of investing in India, is when we did our first maybe 7-8 years in India as Blackstone, we made a couple of mistakes where we did a mix of minority and majority investments, as well as we were quite wide in the number of and the amount of sectors we played in. So what did we change in the last 10, 12 years? We said we will only invest in good neighborhoods, which is to say, can you pick sectors which you understand very well? So this is not about saying industrials as a sector. It's to literally say packaging is a sector I like. And we have in India 2 investments in packaging. Similarly, in services, we picked a couple of sectors which we like, part of which we are which are low capex, very niche, consumer-specific B2B service companies. Like that, we own IGI, which is a lab certification company today. We own VFS, which does visa processing for 149 countries. So we picked subsectors within the larger sector definition and said, these are good neighborhoods. We will know everything there is to know in this, and we will continue to follow that. And that has played out very well for us, especially in ID services, where Intellinet was a great investment for us. Emphasis is, and we continued, our systems is now, and it continues, the juggernaut continues. Because if you know it better than anybody else, that sector, then the odds of you going wrong are lesser. So that's one thing which we picked. The second, I would say, are more generic to India. I think the 2 things which people really, maybe a few things people truly grapple with is one, governance. It's something correlated to emerging markets everybody speaks about. There's always that worry of, is governance the right one? How do you figure that? And there, I think our buyout model helps, but in general, the focus on saying how do you build strong management and boards, how do you have an independent director construct, how do you ensure that you upgrade systems and processes, have technology investing, all of that, invest in technology in our companies so that the processes and systems are more robust. That we truly take very seriously because this is integral to what we as Blackstone believe in. And I think that is governance is one. I think the other thing which sometimes people struggle with about investing in India is the currency. Or how volatile is the currency? How do you underwrite it? But we've seen that Indian currency is, when you look at emerging markets, is less volatile versus most others. Whether you look at the currency or the market, it's less volatile in general. If you take Japan, if you take Brazil, there are multiple conundrums to those versus what India has gone through. You can typically price it in. And we do 2 things on top of that. One, if it's plain vanilla, we hedge many times, which helps us. We also do try and do export-oriented businesses, which help you underwrite the currency depreciation because you earn in dollars, which like ID services, like some of our packaging companies which are export-oriented, all of that automatically hedge that risk of currency depreciation in the operational nature of the business itself, in which case we do not hedge on top. So I think it's a combination of these, but all said and done, we believe that in the end, the value creation philosophy takes care of some of the risks as well, because you build on some of the challenges. And part of what we didn't say is also, I think Steve, who's our founder, says that India is the best performing market globally for Blackstone. And I think we take pride in it, and it's a huge bar for us. And that was only possible if we could mitigate all of these risks and play this well. So.